Hello everyone, I am Anamika. Welcome to my studio. Today, I am just looking for a little bit of peace through my brushes. I am happy you are here to share this quiet time with me. Enjoy coloring with this song.
সাদা কাগজ হালকা রেখা চুপচাপ বসে আছি একা রঙের বাক্স খোলা পাশে মনটা আজ ভেসে যায় হাসি হাসি ভাসে আস্তে আস্তে ফুটে যায় শান্ত রোদ নরম হাওয়া সব দুঃখ দূরে সরে যায় মনে লাগে ছোট্ট ঘর রঙের মাঝে ডুবে যায় শুধু সুখ আর কিছু না পাতার ধারে সবুজ ছোঁয়া মাঝের দিকে হলুদ জোড়া গোলাপি এক নরম পাপড়ি দেখতে দেখে ভুলে যাই সব ভিড় আর হাঁপ ধরি আস্তে আস্তে ফুটে যায় শান্ত রোদ নরম হাওয়া সব দুঃখ দূরে সরে যায় মনে লাগে ছোট্ট ঘর রঙের মাঝে ডুবে যায় শুধু সুখ আর কিছু না
I love how this color looks against the paper. It feels very calm. I hope you are having a kind day today, wherever you are. In watercolor, you cannot force the pigment. You can only invite it to move. When a drop of blue hits the damp surface, it blooms outward in unpredictable, organic patterns. This process encourages a flow state where the goal is not perfection, but rather a quiet observation of how the color finds their own home on the paper. Now, I am doing the first layer of the petals with a little bit of magenta. Because the paint is translucent, the white of the paper acts as a primary source of light. This gives watercolor paintings a natural, airy quality, as if they are breathing. There is a soft, luminous peace in seeing light shine through the color rather than sitting on top of it. softly clinking the brush against a water jar again and again. The gentle sweep of a wet brush across the grain of the paper. Waiting for a layer to dry, which forces a moment of reflection and patience. Watercolor is a medium that can be as fluid as a thought and as clear as a memory. It reminds us that there is a beauty in bleeding edges, and sometimes the most stunning results come from simply setting things in motion and stepping back. In most art, a mistake is something to be erased. In watercolor, a bloom or a background where water pushes pigment into unintended jagged shapes is often the most soulful part of the piece. It teaches us that uncontrolled moments have their own unique grace. Watercolor is a medium of timing. You have to wait for the paper to be just damp enough or just dry enough. This creates a natural cadence of activity followed by stillness. You are not just painting, you are sitting with your work, watching it changes as the water evaporates. Because the medium relies on the most fundamental elements, water, earth, and fiber, it feels like an extension of the natural world. Painting petals in watercolor is a study in fragility and light. While leaves provides the structure, petals are the heartbeat of a flower, soft, fleeting, and full of glowing color. Here is how the process of coloring petals becomes a peaceful practice. In watercolor, the most beautiful part of a petal is often the part you don't paint. By leaving tiny silvers of the white paper dry between your strokes, you create light gaps. These gaps prevent the petals from merging into a single solid shape, giving the flower a sense of air and dimension. It teaches a quiet lesson. Sometimes the most impact comes from knowing when to step back and leave things untouched. Petals rarely consist of just one flat color. Paint a petal shape using a very light, watery wash. While that shape is still glistening wet, take a tiny amount of a more concentrated color and touch it only to the base of the petal. Painting leaves in watercolor is often compared to a form of visual breathing. There is a natural symmetry between the organic shape of a leaf and the fluid motion of a watercolor brush. One of the most soothing ways to paint leaves is the press and lift technique. It requires no sketching, just a single mindful movement. Start with just the very tip of a round brush to create a delicate stem. Slowly paste the belly of the brush down onto the paper, watching the bristles fan out to form the heart of the leaf. Gently lift the brush back up to the tip as you pull away, finishing with a sharp, elegant point. By dropping a bright sage green into a wet puddle of lemon yellow, the colors bleed into each other like new growth. It feels effortless and soft. When you get to the veins, the world shrinks down to the point of your brush. Using a thirstier brush to pull a thin line through a damp leaf creates a soft, diffused vein. If the leaf is bone dry, the leaf is crisp and satin. Both methods require a steady hand and a quiet mind. To paint a leaf is to study the architecture of the sun. You are capturing how light is held within a living thing. To shade a petal effectively, you are moving from light to shadow. Start by laying down a clear water wash over the petal. Touch your brush loaded with concentrated magenta to the very base where the petal meets the stem. Instead of painting a hard line, let the water pull the magenta toward the tip of the petal. The color will naturally fade from a deep, bruised violet pink to a whisper of pale rose. This gradient creates the illusion of a curved, living surface. The beauty of magenta is that it stays bright even when it is dark, to create deep shadows in the folds of a petal without making it look dirty. Never use black to shade a magenta petal. It kills the inner light. Once the first layer is dry, use a tea consistency mix of magenta to draw a sharp line where one petal overlaps another. Soften just one edge of the line with a clean damp brush. Magenta feels most peaceful when it has a friend to lean on. To make the shading pop dry, dropping a touch of Indian yellow or deep gold into the wet magenta at the center of the flower. The way the hot pink and golden yellow mingle on the paper mimics the natural warmth of a sun-drenched garden. Shading with magenta is like painting with the color of a pulse. It brings a quiet, vibrating energy to the paper. In the natural world, shadows on green leaves often lean toward blue. Instead of reaching for a darker green, try mixing a touch of ultramarine blue or Payne's gray into your green. While the leaf is still damp, charge the shadow side with this blue-green mix. The blue creates a receding effect, making that part of the leaf look like it's carving away into the shade. Once the leaf is dry, paint a slightly darker green line for the vein. Then immediately take a clean, damp brush and blur one side of that line. This creates a soft transition that looks like a gentle fold in the leaf. Shading a leaf is like mapping its journey toward the light. Every darker stroke makes the bright spots shine a little more clearly. We are almost finished. Thank you for sitting with me. It's nice to know I am not painting alone. I will see you in the next video. Thank you again.